It's too sweet to tweet. Too much power for Facebook to devour. It's the PriMalLow Wrestling Show with Robert Price, Tom Malloy, and your host, Rich Lopez. Before he gets here, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, one, yeah. All right, hello everybody. This is the PriMalLow Wrestling Show, episode 56, my favorite 56. We're going to start it out with a Payback preview. Which McMahon will control WWE? Will AJ Styles become the next WWE Champion? All this and...
What? No. Okay. Hey, Rich, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on over here?
Nothing.
I get my signature vanilla Coke, and you guys start the show without me?
Well,
your favorite 56? Is this a joke?
No, it's my favorite 56.
This is a joke? Vanilla Coke.
You're late.
What do you mean I'm late? I told you guys I'll be back in 2 minutes to go get a Coke, and the next thing you guys know, you guys are going to start the show without me. Great job, guys.
Yeah.
I know where my loyalty stands.
Yeah.
We'll continue if you want. Do whatever you want to do. You want me to
All
start
right.
it? You want me to restart it?
No, I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
We're also going to have the topic discussion. What's this week's topic, Tom?
We're going to talk about the legacy of Joanie Laurer, a.k.a. Chyna.
Better known as Chyna.
And will she be Hall of Fame bound?
We'll find that out. Rich, why don't you do my spot?
I guess I'll do Price's spot since he just took my hosting abilities. But we're going to do, as usual, our weekly PriMalLow Mailbag.
See, this is why you don't do it.
Yeah, you're too good at it. PriMalLow Mailbag, where we're going to take questions from you, our fans. We have questions from Caitlin and Mike, right?
That's correct.
Thank you guys for that. And then Punch Their Ticket. It's a segment we haven't done in a while. It's where we are the Hall of Fame Academy, I guess, and we select who will be in the Hall of Fame next.
And then we conclude our show at our Self High Five. Favorite wrestling theme songs as of right now on the Raw roster.
And SmackDown. And NXT.
And, yeah, we said it, so listen to us.
So, do I get my privileges back?
Here you go. There you go.
Oh, all right. The host is back. Back. Anyway. Payback is... Well, real quick. Give me your Malloy Raw rating real quick. I'm sorry.
4.
All right. No, Raw's out of the... It's already through the door. Let's go right to Payback. Gonna run down... You want me to run down this card?
Run it down.
Gonna run down this card real quick. We have the kickoff match, United States Championship match. It's a rematch of WrestleMania 32. We have Kalisto versus Ryback. Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. IC Championship match. The Miz defending against the returning Cesaro. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. That's... I think they're gonna be the new Rock Austin, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan thing. That's just gonna be there for... It could be 5 years down the road. You'll just always compare those two. But
I agree.
We'll elaborate more on that when I get to that match. Tag team number 1 contenders tournament finale. We have Enzo and Big Cass versus the Vaudevillains. They're 2 NXT newcomers. Dean Ambrose versus Y2J, the greatest of all time, the GOAT as he likes to call himself, Chris Jericho. Divas Championship match, Charlotte versus Natalya. And then we're gonna have a McMahon segment. Literally, all 3 McMahons will be in the ring, and Vince will, I guess, give his decision on who will gain control of Monday Night Raw. What?
Linda's gonna get it.
Linda's gonna, yeah. I was gonna say Vince is gonna get it, but anyway. And then finally, I guess probably the most anticipated match for, I guess, the wrestling, the IWC, because AJ Styles is in it. It's Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles. You want to give us your pick? You want to just go through each match real quick?
Sure.
Right. Kickoff match: Kalisto versus Ryback.
Kalisto.
You want to explain why or no?
Because it reminds me of Listerine.
Okay.
No, because I just think that he's gonna hold the title for a couple more months.
Oh, Kalisto? I think he wanted to lose before.
I do want him to lose, but he's gonna hold it.
Oh, okay. How about you?
Ryback? Just because he's Ryback?
Just because he's Malloy back.
These are very simple answers.
I like it. We'll save the in-depth
I see
answers.
that you didn't circle yours.
Oh, my bad. I meant to put Ryback.
Oh.
Ryback, yeah. It just the only reason of why they would rush this match for 2 weeks, like in a 2-week span, is just, I guess, for new champion. Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. Price.
Baron Corbin.
Why?
Because he's a lone wolf.
Okay.
Corbin Baron.
Okay. Hey.
Good thing Apollo Crew is not on this list.
I like the way you. Wait, were you being serious?
No, I wasn't being serious.
Oh, well, I don't know. You say Apollo Crew every minute.
Is it Apollo Crew?
Cruise.
It's Cruise.
Like cruise? Like I'm going on a cruise?
Like Terry Crews.
I'm going to the bar to get a few brew. Like, you know, he says that. Brew.
I only have one beverage when I go out.
I bet. I'm going to also have Baron Corbin. I wouldn't be surprised if Ziggler wins, though, just to extend the rivalry. Intercontinental Championship match, we have The Miz defending against, like I said before, the returning Cesaro. Price.
The Swiss Superman.
Okay.
I object. The Miz.
Because he's.
Awesome.
I have Cesaro.
Well, that could actually go with both of them.
I know.
Whoa.
That's another rivalry I think that can extend into Extreme Rules, but because it's only, if to think about it, Extreme Rules is only 2 weeks after Payback. So I mean, if I'm assuming that most of that is going to be rematches, but we'll see. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, probably a highly anticipated match. I kind of wanted to see that at 32, but we didn't. So, Price, keep the flow going.
I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn.
Okay. Close match? Or?
Yeah, very close match.
Okay.
Very close.
I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn.
As he stops his sip.
You know who I got. Should I even say it?
Yeah, say it.
Oh, okay. Kevin Owens.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows I'm a Kevin Owens guy. Did you know that?
Who are you?
He's Rich Lopez.
I say I'm Rich Lopez, and I love to fight. Tag team #1 contenders tournament finale. The 2 NXT come-ups, Enzo and Big Cass versus the Vaudevillains. I think somebody's called this from the day after WrestleMania. I'm not going to point any names or say any names.
Me? No.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go with the Vaudevillains just because of the simple fact that Dudley Boys are going to interfere, causing Enzo and Big Cass, so that they could start the 5-1-5-0 rivalry.
Word up. Go ahead, Lloyd.
I'm going with Enzo and Cass.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you can't teach that.
Okay. You know, I can't teach an interference from the Dudley Boys, and the Vaudevillains will win.
And they're going to party like 1899.
Yes, they are. Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho, another highly anticipated match that I thought we were going to see at 32 as well, but Brock Lesnar ruined that.
I'm going to go with Dean Ambrose. This will be the show stealer for me.
Ooh, finally got the show stealer nod. Lloyd?
I have Y2J.
Why don't you move your seat in a little bit, man?
Alright, yeah, hold on. I don't want to knock over any wrestlers. We're going to take this very slowly.
Jake the Snake Roberts is already down, but that's because of his... This is the Jake the Snake Roberts before DDP.
Dude, you can move over, like, down more, man. You're right up on me.
Also,
Okay, that's fine. All right, that's cool. I'm going to have Dean Ambrose. If Chris Jericho wins, this will be a rematch at Extreme Rules, and Dean Ambrose will win in an Extreme Rules match. But I have Dean Ambrose for the first fight. Divas Championship match, Charlotte defending her title against Natalya in what I feel like is a never-ending rivalry. Give it to Malloy this time? All right, Malloy.
I have Natalya.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to note, Ric Flair will be in Charlotte's corner as always, and then Bret Hart, who in an interview, what did I say last week? I hate people that complain and then end up doing, I mean, it is what he's asked to do with his Legends contract, but I just hate the fact that you badmouth it one day and the next day you show up. And then what does he say right after that little announcement? I don't even want to be a Payback.
It's just a bad timing. He said he had a wrist surgery.
Yeah, I know, but
I can agree with that.
It's just the way he answered it. It's just awful. I mean, if he said that first, it's more understandable. But Natalya, why?
Because she definitely deserves the belt.
All right.
Boys with these short answers, I'm not used to it.
My daughter's going against my niece. I picked Natalya. She finally should be able to have it because of the fact of she's been there for.
How come I yelled at last week when we played with the toys?
Because I called the spot like 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, and he asked for permission.
Look, he's pinning.
1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
Natalya, because of the fact that she's been on the roster for so long, I really hope that she gets the title. She deserves it. She deserves to have the women's title at least once before they make her an ambassador or send her down to NXT as a trainer.
Completely agree with you. However, I have Charlotte. I just don't think it's her time yet. I would like her to get
her time. It was her time for the past 4 years.
What do you mean? I know that. I'm just saying. I just feel like with all these new come-ups and all that stuff, she could wait another year or so. She's been off TV. I'm sure they could do that same exact thing again and then just have her come back whenever and win the title. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like she's getting a Raw deal.
I don't get it, but anyway.
It's supposed to be punny.
I got it.
Because Raw. Monday Night Raw.
Oh, okay. Well,
Can we move on, please?
You can win both ways on that, but we're a PG audience, not TV 14.
That's the next segment.
You guys are sick.
But anyway, Vince McMahon will also announce who finally gains control or finally has complete control of Monday Night Raw.
It's gonna something.
I completely do too.
Is it a Vince Russo swerve?
No, it is a brand split.
You think so now, though? I heard it was going to be after SummerSlam. But, I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe they're just going to do it now. But what do you think it's going to... So who would get Raw? Just to answer this question.
Shane.
Ooh.
Okay. Who are you?
Stephanie gets
She'd always get
SmackDown. And then Triple H gets NXT. Yay, everyone wins.
I think Triple H is gonna come out. I have
And
two.
then face Shane McMahon.
Yeah, that's why. Just because I've been saying that. I'm not
Money in
gonna
the
lie. It's my
Bank.
personal. No, I was SummerSlam.
So they're gonna have Money in the Bank, and they're
SummerSlam.
also going to have
Extreme Rules,
both
Money in the
of them-
Bank, and then whatever
both-
the special is too.
both of the things on a contract on a pole.
That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, on a ladder.
That'd be really cool. Like a
Yeah.
King of the Ring '99.
Yeah.
That'd be really
Except
cool.
nobody won.
What?
Stone Cold was gonna get that. We don't know who pulled that out.
Big Boss Man. That's my theory. R.I.P.
Yeah,
It's
Big
my
Boss
theory.
Man.
But anyway, I think two options for me. I think Triple H is either going to come out and then propose a match at one of the upcoming pay-per-views, or Vince McMahon's going to give himself control
That's
until
awesome.
until Triple H comes out or Vince makes a match for Shane, and then we'll see what happens. So I mean, I don't know if they're really like out of the world predictions, but that's just my assumptions for right now, how I saw it on Monday. Final match, World Heavyweight Championship match. We have Roman Reigns going up against AJ Styles, a phenomenal one. And I don't know, are you kind of happy to see him get a main event match this quick?
No, the only reason why they have this match is to try to put Roman Reigns over. Because they know
Really?
that
You think
AJ's hot. They know that Sami Zayn's hot. They know Kevin Owens is hot. They'll put him against these indie stars. Be like, hey, look, he can wrestle. Just like they did with John Cena with the U.S. Open. John Cena started picking up a lot of steam, even from the fans that hated him. They were just chanting because they hate him. It's kind of like Kurt Angle, who's right there, how he always got "you suck" chants. He said, "I earned every single one of those."
Yeah.
And everybody still respected him.
That's true. How about you, Emily?
The push is too early. That's what you're asking me.
No, I'm saying, do you think it would, like, are you surprised that AJ Styles got a main event match this quick?
No. I mean, if you watch everything he's done since 2002, I mean.
No, but I mean, like, in WWE, though. I mean, everybody knows
I
his
think,
track record, but I mean, you know
for
how
those
Vince
that-
is with stars that have made their names outside of WWE. They usually have to wait months to years, but
he's
he
the first
he's
person, I
waited
think,
3
breaking-
months.
I think he's the first person breaking the mold, and I think Vince saw maybe stardom in him 10 years ago when he wanted to hire him, and now it's just like AJ Styles is the wrestler, in my opinion, he's only been around for like 5 years. I think he has 5 more years left in him, and Vince is going to use him to the full potential on a full-time schedule for the next 5 years.
Okay. So that being said, who do you have winning?
I have AJ Styles with the interference of Finn Balor in the Bullet Club. Versus the Bullet Club.
I have AJ Styles, but it's a pipe dream because I know Roman Reigns is going to win.
I think Roman Reigns is going to win due to a swerve. I think Bullet Club is going to attack AJ Styles, but not align with Reigns. Although I would love to see that because, you know, I've been pushing for the heel turn for, almost a year now, literally.
Shield 2.0.
But I'm thinking they're going to turn on AJ, and Balor's going to come out, and they're going to go with Balor. And then it's going to be Balor versus Styles. I don't know where that leaves Reigns, but there's obviously many options. You could have the winner of the Ambrose-Jericho feud face Reigns, hold over till SummerSlam, because you know Rollins will be coming back soon. So
I think you're going to have Orton facing Orton, Cena. I think you're going to have a big blowout main event at SummerSlam.
I mean, I would love
Six-pack challenge.
Gallows and Anderson to align with Reigns. But didn't you guys think it was weird the way they were talking to AJ backstage? That's why I think there's going to be a turn on AJ, because he's just like, just so you know, we're friends forever. We have your back. Just the way they were. I mean, obviously, I don't know.
They said the same thing in New Japan, but then Kenny Omega
turn on him, right?
and the Young Bucks then turned on him and beat the crap out of
That's
him.
what I'm saying. So I'm thinking like maybe it's something like that. Whether they align themselves with Reigns or not, I just think it's gonna. I just really want a heel turn, as we all do.
No, I just think that you're in love with heels.
That too. I mean, I wouldn't
Okay.
probably like heels. I wouldn't like a heel
Roman
Reigns.
sucks.
Huh?
I think Roman Reigns sucks.
What do you mean? I think he's a good wrestler.
No.
He's not an indie fanatic like Kevin Owens or Zayn, but I mean, if you
Well,
look
that's
at
what
his,
we want.
I know we do, but I mean, think about it. Not every champion is gonna be like
Omega
that.
be the champion.
Kenny
I don't know.
Omega
I
is
just
a
think that-
phenomenal wrestler.
No, he is. I just think Reigns gets a little bit too much slack. I mean, Cena was compared to when Cena got his first championship to when Reigns got his. Reigns is better.
A 3-time champion already.
I know, but I'm saying when he got his first one at Survivor Series Survivor Series.
That was
Think
a
of
good
how good
match.
of a wrestler he was compared to Cena's first title reign in 2005. I think Reigns is a 10 times better wrestler. He might not have the charisma as Cena, but his gimmick wasn't built on character. He was the big guy bodyguard guy. Cena was obviously the rapper you know what I mean? Like, So obviously the charismatic factor went to Cena, but I think on a wrestling scale, all the matches that Reigns has had, it's just that obviously the crowd just hates him, so you don't think of it like that.
Biggest swerve of all
His
time.
matches against Bray, against Lesnar, against Cesaro, Del Rio, and Kevin Owens, the Survivor Series tournament, like
No, that was
all
great.
good. You know what I mean?
They were good matches. I mean he's good enough dance partner to
Don't
get
say you can't
an
lead
okay
yet.
result, but I don't think he's the guy that you're like, oh my god, I'm paying just to see Roman Reigns.
No, you're not. But
Also, can
Not
I
all the
say
time for
one
me.
little asterisk? Kenny Omega put over a 12-year-old. He had a match with a 12-year-old over in Japan and put her over.
oh, okay,
I mean,
that's good.
come on.
But you know what else is interesting?
He wants to
too?
go
I think
against
there's
Xavier Woods. I read.
I think there's gonna be a triple swerve. Cena comes out
And turns heel.
and turns heel and joins
The Shield.
the
Oh.
Bullet Club.
Oh.
Well, if that
It's
happens,
the Cena Club.
the Cena Club.
The Fruity Pebbles.
Anyway, we'll
He's-
see what happens,
He's the
but
third man.
I think AJ Styles will be getting. I think AJ Styles will be getting attacked, and whether that means Reigns is in on it or not, I don't know. But we'll obviously see on Sunday.
I seen that coming.
Huh?
I seen that coming.
What do you mean? You see that coming now, or okay? Well, we'll figure that out. Let's go to our topic discussion.
Ooh.
I know we kind of said it with a light or a fun-loving heart, I guess, on the card, but I mean, obviously it was tragic. Joanie, Laurer, better known as Chyna, obviously passed away last week. Do you want to tell her do you want to say what we had planned last week?
Now, I've told some people on Facebook last week we skipped over a little thing. If you notice, Tom's like he was pointing at one point, and Rich kind of swatted him away. We had a buy or sell for that week, and it had one of them was will Chyna or
Sable
go in the Hall of Fame in the next 5 years?
3 years.
3 years.
So, but like I said, we were really, really short on time, and we had to cut it. But that was our backup segment in case we had some time. But we all know that we're terrible at time right now. But yeah, that was the third question on there was, do you think Chyna will be in the Hall of Fame within 3 years? Buy or sell? And then how about Sable as well? And then Price said what his answer was going to be. Is I'm sure most people would agree. That's why I'm just going to say Price answer it. What are you going to say?
I was going to say, due to everything that Triple H was saying with how she was in porno, adult films, and her drug problems, that she was not going to go into the Hall of Fame until she passed away.
And that's awful because look what happened. I mean, not saying it too, but I'm saying that's what everybody was thinking. Obviously, I mean, I don't want to give you the burden, you know.
It's your fault.
No, but no. I mean, unfortunately, that's what a lot of people were thinking, and unfortunately, it's happened. So that leaves us to talk about her legacy, and as a result of that, is she Hall of Fame bound, or do you think there'll be documentary DVDs on her, WWE production wise, or merchandise now? But before we get into those specific questions, what do you remember her for?
I remember for how nice she was to people. I briefly got to work with her a little bit when Celebrity Rehab was out, and it was pretty fun. Every single story that I've heard from on Twitter, on Facebook, anybody that's seen her, that she always gave the time of day to talk to people and comment on stuff, and always be a nice person. So.
That's what I've heard as well, especially with Mick Foley. He's posted about 3 posts throughout this week about her and him together, I think around Christmas time especially, and how fun-loving she was, and she would always talk to the fans, and she was very, very appreciative and stuff like that. And then, obviously, Molly, how about you?
Memory-wise, I think of her being like she really brought that extra spark to D-Generation X, even though she didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I also remember 2 other things: her beating Jeff Jarrett and Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental title.
Yes, I was going to say, my one memory I really have of her, it was actually the first time she ever did anything in a sexual manner, because obviously when you looked at Chyna, the first 3 years she was there, 1997 and mid-99, she was, this, I don't want to say brawl because it sounds like a bad, but, she was a big female bodybuilder, and she was handling guys. Stop. I just realized what I said. She was beating WWE male superstars, sorry. And, so that's what she was known for. But the one thing I remember in summer of 98, I think it was when DX was doing their fake split, where Billy Gunn and Road Dogg were going to leave, and then X-Pac came out and said he was going to leave. And Triple H said, wow, I thought we were buddies and all that kind of stuff. And then Chyna came out and then pulled her pants down to a thong. That was the first time she's ever done anything like that. That was in a sexual way. and then 2 years later she's the cover of Playboy. So it's just like crazy how she like transformed from like this beast of like a bodyguard to this, I guess, like beautiful person, you know? I mean, whether it's sexual or fun loving, like you said, like I don't know, it's just crazy how the transformation became. Now, what are you laughing about?
I'm not. I'm going on to the next question.
Okay, I was just gonna say. Now, what do you think we're gonna hear more from her in regards to WWE like history? You know, like if there's ever like countdowns or like I said, like DVDs or merchandise.
Now, like I just said before, it's safe to talk about her because she's not going to do anything that would hurt the company. I mean, that logic kind of goes against each other because I mean they inducted Sonny and look what she's doing now. But no worries with that one. She's okay.
I was gonna ask you about that. Do you think it's fair for her to get for her to have gotten that treatment?
Here's the only reason why this is because the simple fact of the whole situation with Stephanie and Triple H and Chyna.
Okay, so you think that was like kind of a mid cover up? I feel like it had something to do with it, but I mean not to the point where
it's
you couldn't
a sore subject.
Yeah. How about you, boy?
I was thinking like with that whole like, it's rough because I mean she went and said like Triple H beat her and stuff, which I mean it's true. They were both probably roided out of their minds when they probably first started dating.
Such a bold statement you just said.
Roided out. There was obviously drugs around that time. There was drinking. There's that kind of stuff. Not that she did do that. Not that he did that. But there was a good possibility with that kind of stuff.
I say I don't think Triple H ever did that kind of stuff.
No,
I'm not sure,
but you know, you do steroids that puts your body into a different state.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I think, yeah. I mean, we don't know the circumstances or the
Triple H
environments.
Wrestler. He's the only wrestler I ever want to meet, but in reality, it's like it sucks because like he kind of like played her over and made her look like the bad one. And I mean, you don't know what happened there.
It's a he said she said thing, literally.
There's three sides to that story. There's his side, her side, and what actually happened.
And say the truth, which you'll never find out. I've heard a couple shoot interviews, one with Ivory, and she was saying that Triple H had a side affair, and Chyna was heartbroken. And then there's a side that Chyna said that the reason why she left was because I guess McMahon all of a sudden said he didn't need her anymore, and then she also said that she was given the choice of WWF Champion or cover a Playboy, and she took cover a Playboy.
I really wish she took WWF Champion.
I mean, we don't. It's like I said, we don't know what's the truth, what's not. I mean, we'll never find out. But I was just wondering if that adult film reasoning was. Do you think it had some truth, a lot of truth, no truth?
But X-Pac too, he's still
around. That's the other.
She made her money.
Yep.
So she found an outlet outside of WWE that she was able to make her money. I mean, like, you see so many of these guys that are on the network now. I mean, Virgil, he comes on, makes a quick buck, leaves. WWE's not paying for them. Mm-hmm. I mean, if they go do drugs, then they're going to be able to go into rehab as long as they follow the rules. But for the most part, they're not paying for them. So I mean, they have to find an avenue to do it. So more power to her that she was able to find that. Yeah. Same thing with more power to Sonny that she was able to find something.
Whether it's morally wrong or right, whatever, that's you to decide.
Yeah, the fact that she had to wait outside of order of going to the Hall of Fame and then do that, okay. So there you go. So Sonny was able to do it, and Chyna is not able to.
Yeah, but okay. So that being said, now due to the unfortunate death, do you think she's Hall of Fame bound?
Yes.
How long?
Next year.
Next year. Who are you?
I'm gonna say 5 years.
5 years.
I have one last question for you guys. Who do you think will induct her? I'm going to say Triple H, but the more rational thing would be a member of her family.
I don't think it's going to be Triple H. I think it's going to be...
X-Pac?
Definitely not. If it's definitely not going to be Triple H will be the only one from DX to have the closest thing. I'm thinking it would be one of the divas at that time.
Mick Foley?
Could be Foley with all these posts, knowing that how close they were. And real quick, too, I want to point out, just to prove how close Foley was, and I don't know if Steve Austin was or not, but her manager just came out yesterday saying that she needed help. This is the only thing I hate about Hollywood and how corrupt it is. She needed help, but he was going to get her help through the intervention show. But it was like, if she needed help, why would you wait? Because of money. And that's what I hate about Hollywood.
But not only that, they would have paid for it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know how much it would have been, but...
There's certain things with that. It's also her idea to wait as well.
True.
Because she would have had the free stuff from WWE.
Yeah. But then he said that Mick Foley and Steve Austin were supposed to be on that show to help her.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is. I mean,
Well, it is true.
I didn't say that's true. I just
already
don't know
had
how, I just know how close they actually were. So maybe one of those two. You never know. But yeah, I mean that's a good question. I don't know who would. I'm thinking it would be one of the divas, like maybe Ivory or Jacqueline, maybe Trisha Lita.
My favorite thing with her though was that Good Housekeeping match.
Yeah, you just said you watched that, right?
I just watched it last night. Watched it multiple times. I always was wondering why No Mercy 99 would always come up in my mind, and that was the reason why. It was a great match.
Yes. I think she'll be in the Hall of Fame in 3 years. I just don't. I think they'll be rushing it if it's next year, and maybe even 2 years. We'll see. I don't know about.
I think Owen Hart will get in there before her. So
I think Owen Hart's going. I think he's going in next year. We'll talk about that at a later date. But I think in regards to merchandising and DVD, that is going to be a long shot. I would see merchandising more than DVD.
Yeah, they're definitely going to push her out there to have the T-shirts, the DVDs, the action figures, because now she's a hot commodity, and since they own her likeness from being inside WWE, they're going to be able to sell it.
Yeah,
They'll sell it as much as they can.
We'll see. And it also should be noted that she passed away on the same day that Prince died. I'm a big Prince fan, so that also sucks. So that was a rough day for my wrestling fan and music fan in me. So, but let's kind of get off this sad topic, and hopefully your legacy will live forever. And after this short break, like usual, we do a 5-second break just to keep the flow going. We are going to proceed with our PriMalLow Mailbag. Our questions will be answered for you. Stay tuned, guys. And welcome back to Tom the Word Malloy, Rich Lopez, and Robert Price, who will be the host of this segment. It's the PriMalLow Wrestling Show, episode 56. We give you
All right. Now we're in the PriMalLow Mailbag, but before we get into this topic and these questions, now the man, the myth, the legend, Tom.
Wait. Oh, never mind.
all right, okay,
I had the wand.
all right, I got it.
I see.
All right, guys, you guys could come follow us, please. We need the followers, we need the views, so we need you. So you guys should definitely follow us on Twitter at the PriMalLow Show. Listen to us on SoundCloud at the PriMalLow Wrestling Show. Like us on Facebook, the PriMalLow Wrestling Show, or also join our group, the PriMalLow Wrestling Show group. Read what we write on Blogger at the PriMalLowWrestlingShow.blogspot.com.
There'll be a new one soon.
Yes, sir.
You know what that's going to be? SummerSlam Fantasy Card.
Ooh, baby. And then you guys can watch our beautiful mugs on YouTube weekly. Just search the PriMalLow Wrestling Show. Who wants to be viewer number 22? Let me know.
I don't know what that means, but go ahead.
Love that, 22.
Yeah.
But we're going to start out, love 28 as well. But we're going to start out with Mike Danilevich, our OL.
Original listener.
One day these guys will get it. But he said this week, question for this week's show, this week's episode. Who is the current roster do you feel is the best overall shape and worst shape? His vote for best, Aurora the Real. His worst, Chris Jericho. Toss it over to you, Tom.
Best, Ryback. Worst, Samoa Joe.
Why?
Ryback's the man beast, bro.
Well,
and he's Ryback.
Good answer.
And Samoa Joe's he's kind of like overweight and stuff.
Now, before I answer this, I just want to ask, is it from when they debuted?
This is right now.
Like right now? I mean,
Alberto was pretty out of shape.
He wasn't out of shape, but I mean, he's shredded now, like he said. For me, I could do Ryback. I'm thinking, I like Big E. He looks like he's in good shape for his size. But I know definitely worse shape compared to when they both came in. Just when I seen him from NXT. Kevin Owens and Bray Wyatt, and they're my two favorite. I just don't know the best one. There's a lot. Like, Reigns is in good shape. Cesaro's in good shape. Ziggler's in good shape.
Right.
But the worst shape is, I think, Bray and Kevin. And I like you guys, so don't get offended.
Yeah, Bray and Kevin Owens. We know you watch our show. So my two are.
You will.
My best shape is Apollo Crew. Oh, thanks. Apollo Crews.
First of all, I still missed it.
Apollo Crews, just because of the fact of how.
Can't see it on camera. I was giving you the Chinese middle finger.
There should be no middle fingers.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
PG
true.
show.
PG.
Anyways, my worst shape is King.
Really? I think he's gotten better shape since 2 years ago.
Well,
But that's your opinion.
He's in
You're
political
entitled.
shape right now.
You're entitled.
He's in the political shape.
He's in no shape because he's not on TV. That's what it is.
So that's what I had. So thank you very much, Mike, and we hope to hear from you next week and the week after that and the week after that.
Thank you for the question and your opinion. I like it.
All right, now we're going to turn it over to Caitlin Rowe, or call me Crow, as she likes to say. She says, love that 56. She said, what do you guys think about Samoa Joe winning the NXT title off camera? What do you think about that?
I think it's a good way to promote live events.
Okay.
That's it?
Well, I'm going to piece this out.
The reason why they did this is so you're not just watching the takeover events. You want to watch the tapings and live events.
Mine is because the simple fact of the past couple weeks they've mentioned on there, you never know what's going to happen at a live event, and Samoa Joe wins the world title, makes you be like, wow, I want to be there when they're here. Already you want to be there when they're there, but I mean this only adds an extra element to it. Why did they do this? Why did they let him win this at a live event, Tom?
Just because to show that anything can happen in the world of wrestling.
Very good.
Two things, because Samoa Joe's a TNA guy, so they want to give him the limelight. As unfortunate as that sounds, that's my true belief, just based on historical times. And also, I guess they want to try to make some more intrigue to the Payback main event, whether or not Finn Balor comes up or not. It's just a point of the what if, and you're looking for it.
All right, and what does this mean for the company? Do they not have faith in him as much with Finn Balor, of course, with having him losing on a live event?
No, like this just shows that literally anything can happen in WWE.
Like, is that your answer for everything?
No, that's the main point.
I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. No, like I said, I just told you before the show, this disregards the casual fan who likes to watch NXT. Instead of just reading the spoilers, because everybody knows they do the spoilers, they do a 4-week taping. So instead of just skipping those 4 weeks just to watch the takeover or whatever they're going to do, you have to actually watch now because you don't know who's going to win. And they obviously can't do it, I guess, on a taped event because obviously the spoilers will get released and you won't want to watch it anyway. So I think this is the reason why it happened, and from going forward, that you might see more of these. Whether or not it's not going to happen every single time, but I just think that they did that so you're not watching the takeover events and just the takeover events.
It's like when Marty Jannetty won the Intercontinental title.
It was on a Raw, and they lost it next week.
Or like when Zack Ryder won the IC title and lost it the very next night.
He was on
I thought he lost at 11 then to Shawn Michaels, and no one ever talked about it ever again.
How about Diesel? He won the belt.
He won on a live event, yeah.
But anyways, do you think Finn Balor was still injured?
No, what was he injured for?
He was injured prior. He was on crutches and stuff. Then
that was way before, dude. That was before the takeover event.
Right, and then he did the takeover event, and then he just had one match afterwards.
No, I don't think so. I think it was just. I mean, that's my opinion. Maybe he was. I just think that they were just getting the title off him right at this point. I think he's still gonna get a rematch at the next takeover, but lose. But like I said, I think they're doing it to intrigue with the Gallows, Anderson, AJ Styles thing.
All right, and last part of this, do you think he's gonna show up at Payback?
That's always, like I said, the what if. You don't know. Go ahead. Do you want to answer?
Yes.
Anything will happen in the WWF. Okay. Now, what were you
Anything will happen at a live event, pay-per-view, taping. No, I love you. Do I think he'll be there? If he's not there, he'll be there on Monday. I don't think he's going to perform until after TakeOver, though.
All right.
Where he gets a rematch.
So thank you, Caitlin, and thank you, Mike, for your questions. If any of you want to submit a question, then, Tom will tell you later on at the end of the show where you can go to do that. So with that, there you go, Rich.
Touch the wand. Oh. Boom. Host is back. Good job, guys. Good job plugging the sites. Good job hosting the session. Thank you guys for your questions. I appreciate it. Well, we appreciate it, I should say. And Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitter. Please follow us. Now, go ahead.
I want to mention one last thing before we get into this. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
Last week we did a segment about the invasion angle, and Mike posted on there on our YouTube. He said who should have won on every single one of those matches, and apparently to him, Steve Blackman should have just controlled the entire company.
He was the WWE, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's all he had him in every match.
He won every single match.
I saw that.
He was the
also.
weapon.
regarding that, there was a spinoff that Price wanted to do. He wanted to do ECW versus WCW, or ECW versus WWE, excuse me. But I said, since Malloy and I already kind of use an ECW guy, it'd be better to make that its own segment. We'll do it right before Extreme Rules, since they kind of invented the Extreme Rules moniker. So, to benefit my good old pal here, and for you Extreme listeners out there that want to hear about ECW, about a week or two, right before Extreme Rules, we will do a Team ECW versus Team WWE if they just had their own invasion. Which they kind of did in 97, but we're not going to base it in 97. So, that being said, let's go to our segment for this week. It's Punch Their Ticket. It's regarding the Hall of Fame. Robert, myself, and Tom will act as the Hall of Fame committee, the WWE Hall of Fame committee. And we have 3... Oh, we didn't do that.
Da, 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 da,
That's
da,
right.
da, da.
That's for our SoundCloud listeners out there. Thank you guys for tuning in, by the way. But, yeah, so we have 3... so we have a celebrity wing here. We kind of switched it up. We usually just had a category of 6. We picked 2. But now we have 3 categories. We're going to select 1 from each. We have a celebrity wing, we have a female category, we have a male category. I almost threw a WCW category in there, but I didn't. It went too easy. But, maybe not. But, so we'll start off right now. The celebrity wing is Cyndi Lauper, Shaq, and Floyd Mayweather. They're obviously not in the Hall of Fame as of right now, but they have all had some significance in WWE, whether it's promoting or announcing or being active. Lloyd, who'd you pick?
The best basketball player on the list, Shaquille O'Neal.
I think I said Floyd. I know you're not a 100% sports guy, but why?
I think Shaq will go in. I don't know. I just picked Shaq because I feel like next year he's going to go in Florida when he faces the Big Show because he was a Miami Heat player. That's a good spot to put
Knowledge, dude. Look at the knowledge. Okay.
The more you know.
How about you?
Girls just want to have fun. I picked Cyndi Lauper because I already thought she was in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know.
She obviously helped Wendy Richardson. She helped the brand of WWE during that
Rock and roll
very,
wrestling.
very important time of rock and roll wrestling, WrestleMania 1. And she hit Roddy Piper over the head.
I have Shaq.
Why?
Just because he's done a lot of stuff in the modern era with wrestling, or WWE, especially with Big Show. But even before that, he had arguably one of the best, most fun jobs back in 1994 when he was an Orlando Magic player, when he was the guest ring announcer? I think he was a guest ring announcer for the Flair Hogan match at Bash at the Beach.
He was in WCW, he was in WWE, he was in TNA. I mean, like, the guy went all over the place. He was just with Hogan for a couple weeks.
Yeah, he's a big Hogan fan. But he loves wrestling too, so. But Cyndi Lauper should be. I thought she should have been in there already because of what like you said. If it wasn't for her or Mr. T,
Muhammad Ali.
I mean, there might not even be a WrestleMania, and so obviously she had a great importance to the WWE brand. So I think she should be in there within the next 2 years as well.
So all we know is that the O must go. Floyd Mayweather, you're not getting love from the PriMalLow crew.
I used to like you, but not anymore. You, as in Floyd, just
Oh,
because you what you did with Pacquiao, you didn't give him a rematch.
You suck.
You don't even watch boxing.
I don't care. Ronda Rousey could beat you up.
Don't say that. Because you wouldn't like it if you said Floyd. If one of us said Floyd could beat Ronda because it's domestic violence. I hate that double standard. I just say that's my double standard. I don't like it. Anyway, moving on from the celebrity wing onto the female category. We have Ivory, Mickie James, and Victoria.
Ivory, Mickie James, Victoria. Why does mine say Sable?
Because you obviously printed it out before I put that down. I made a revision because I thought everybody would have Sable. So Ivory, Mickie James.
Obviously, we know who Tom has.
That's why I changed
So why don't you turn it over to me first?
I figured Sable and Miss Elizabeth are the two that need to go in. After that, it's kind of like
Chyna.
well,
Oh no,
we already answered that. We already answered that on the topic
All
discussion.
right, yeah, we did. That's right.
So besides those three, like who would the next batch be?
I picked Ivory, just because during that time she was one of the people that she was very similar to Victoria. She was a locker room leader. You know, same thing that Natalia's doing right now. However, Ivory had so much guts that she put over Mae Young, and she had a match with Mae Young. So I mean, like,
She did.
nobody else on this list can say that they had a match with Mae Young.
I have her second on this list to Mickie James, just because I feel on an importance level, and maybe Mickie James got more showtime because of the Attitude Era. It was more of sex selling for girls.
Yeah.
But I mean, Mickie James, obviously they had a little bit of that, but it was more wrestling towards that PG era. I just think she was really important. And then once Trish left, it was all on her for a couple of years. And I think she kind of made the women's spot, just as important. Maybe not as important, but close to it. But like you said, I mean, I was literally switching between. I mean, even Victoria. I mean, this is like a really tough thing, but like you said, yeah, Ivory was really important, and she was a great locker room leader.
I'm picking Victoria.
Good. All right, we all have all three of them.
So I like her pants. And she had a sweet finishing move. And she was a really great wrestler. Okay. I think she's the best wrestler out of these three.
Okay, no, I'm glad you said that instead of I like her pants. I don't think people get inducted on attire.
I like her white and purple getup.
Is she Kofi Kingston's dreadlocks?
What?
Lord Alfred Hayes.
Oh. All right, the finale, the final one, the male selection here. Daniel Bryan, Christian, and the Honky Tonk Man.
I got the Honky Tonk Man.
Really?
Yeah, I think he definitely deserves to be in there.
Okay. Wow.
Because he, I don't know, to me, he defines the Intercontinental title for the 90s. Like,
I think I'm the only one that doesn't. I know a lot of people do because he's bragged about it, but
he's
I just
the longest
don't.
reigning Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, that's another reason why too. But I just don't feel like he beat anybody significant for it.
Yeah, I mean, he did lose to the Warrior in like 30 seconds.
36 seconds.
But no, I mean, a lot of people can
be there. And
no,
he tried him. He just rolled with a gimmick because he was just pretty much an Elvis impersonator.
And Jerry Lawler's cousin.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You guys all know Brian Christopher. He's Jerry the King Lawler's son.
Really?
What's that to do with Honky Tonk?
Grandmaster Sexy.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I mean, obviously he deserves to go in there. I'm not giving my selection yet, but Price, who do you have?
I got
That's not even close to how it goes, but I'll give you the credit.
I got Longside Burns, and I go with Peggy Sue.
Your hair's not slicked back though.
It could be.
I like my hair slicked back like the Honky Tonk Man.
You don't drive is it blue Cadillac?
Blue Cadillac.
Me and Cadillac.
Yeah, actually, it was a blue Cadillac. And you know who drove it?
No, it was pink.
DDP.
It was pink.
DDP.
It was pink though.
I was just going along to say DDP. Okay.
I'm sorry, dude.
Anytime
he's not even on this list.
DDP.
He drove the car.
He drove the car. And anytime that there's anybody that I've interviewed,
whipped it, dude.
And I'll talk about them as much as I can.
My bad.
But I picked Honky Tonk Man.
Explain. I'm sorry. Rub it back there.
Ooh. Anyways, Honky Tonk Man. I just believe that he was a good champion, and that he was given lemons and he made lemonade.
I like it.
As you can tell from my list here, guys, I don't have anybody circled. I almost did Daniel Bryan, but then I switched it. I was going to do Christian, and then I looked at Honky Tonk. Then I looked at Honky Tonk Man, and I was like, wow, it's really tough. I want to clarify real quick before I make my selection. Honky Tonk Man was a great IC champion because I don't want to get backlash. Great champion. I just don't think he gets. I don't think he deserves to be the greatest champion of like 88 to 96 or whatever it was.
He is not. There is no more backlash. It's only Extreme.
I don't want to get payback for whatever. Okay, but great champion, just not the. I just don't think he's as great as a lot of people say. That being said, I'm gonna go Daniel Bryan.
Why?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna go on
you
logic.
You yell at him because he picked up pants. And
yeah, but
like, I don't know.
But I'm saying, all right. If I say his wrestling
on
ability,
to the self high five.
But if I say wrestling ability, I can just say that he's better than all three of them.
I don't know.
Then who? Don't you dare say Honky Tonk. I'll get my guitar right now and slap you in the head. No. There's a logic to this. Ready for this logic?
Yeah, give me it.
All right, here's my logic.
He's the longest beard.
Who? No, it's not my logic. I think it's all below. It's like you didn't have a beard.
I have a long beard.
Owen Hart will be inducted into Hall of Fame next year, right? But he's a dead wrestler. So who's gonna be the headliner? So who's gonna be the headliner?
Yes.
Christian.
No. In 2 years, WrestleMania will probably be in Minnesota.
No, both of them are gonna go in.
Rick Rude will be in there. He's a dead wrestler. Who will be the headliner there? I'm saying Honky Tonk Man. So I'm saying the year before, Daniel Bryan. A year later, Honky Tonk Man.
I think Christian and Daniel Bryan are going this year.
But I'm saying, but he'd be the headliner. Daniel Bryan would be the headliner.
Okay, yeah.
Christian, what?
What are you talking about?
Should we just to avoid argument, because we're at 45
go.
minutes, let's just go to the South 5-5.
We're making good time.
We're saving that one for another week. Kayla, you just said that.
Not you, him.
No, take the show, dude.
Not you, it was him.
Okay.
No.
Cut it. South 5-5 time, everybody knows this is the way we close out our show. So that being said, this is the finale to episode 56.
And possibly our last episode.
His favorite, 56. It is not our last episode. Don't be making up false rumors. We don't do that. Anyway, this week, the topic is regarding favorite wrestling theme songs. I think I saw somebody post, like, what's your favorite theme songs? I thought about that. Plus, we never did that as long as we've been doing this show.
So thank you, Anonymous.
Yeah, thank you, whoever it was. I forget who it was. Sorry, I can't give you the credit. But we're going to do it eventually.
Maybe we
like
gave
3
you
years.
the credit.
But we gave you the credit at the same time. So, Price, since I've been going to you first for this whole show, and I apologize to my buddy here, 5 through 1, you can explain whatever you want.
My 5 through 1. Number 5,
Get shafted again?
The Wyatt Family. My number 4, Soft. My number 3, Triple H, The Game, not King of Kings. My number 2, Seth Rollins. My number 1, Undertaker. Because this is songs right now, also Warrior's not on my list. My number 5, The Wyatt Family, just because of the song is awesome and just what it gives off of the song. I mean, people love to play it. I mean, Tom Below playing it right now. My number 4 is Soft, just because of the song. It's like, right, any good song, the first like key or the first note, you should already be like, oh my god. And that's how it is with Soft, and how it is with Triple H, The Game. How it is with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, I mean, like, seems like I have this as an alarm for me to wake up. I don't wake up that well, and when I have Seth Rollins, it's like, so I wake up really fast.
So wake up and be like,
yeah, and I just flail my arm around.
Yeah.
And my number 1 is Undertaker, because Undertaker, the gong, just sets me up. Not the thong, like Cisco.
That
but
thong!
That gong!
I said, that gong, 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 gong.
Boom. So there you go, my 5 through 1.
Love the way your bell goes. Well, how about you, man?
Alright, number 5.
Hey, I know I go to you second. That means you're the first loser. I love you.
Yeah! I got it. No touchdown.
The Pry, it's the Mal.
Alright. Number 5, we got Break the Walls Down, Chris Jericho. Number 4, Enzo and Cass's theme song. Number 3, Cesaro. Number 2, Ambrose. And number 1, The Game. In the middle of the ring. Triple H.
Which one, though?
Theme song. I like the King of Kings, actually.
Oh, okay.
Actually, King of Kings, actually both, because it's
But you have to
Motorhead
pick
and
one.
they're awesome. If I pick King of Kings,
Okay.
it makes him seem more bad arse than...
Yeah, we already made this a PG-13 show, so.
Alright, great. I like this. Yeah. So, Chris Jericho, I just think it's like it's a timeless song. It never gets old. I get hyped.
He doesn't even know the lyrics to it.
Break the walls down!
Break down the walls.
Okay. Yeah. So, it's a good song. Enzo and Cass. That song gets me mad hyped.
Why do you have the hype rose on there?
Bro.
Cesaro. I always think I'm going to jail every time I hear him.
I think it... Holla! If you hear me! I always think it's
Yeah,
Scott
I always thought that, Cesaro and Scott
Scotty.
Steiner had a remix. You know how they've been doing the remixes?
Yeah.
That'd be a great remix.
And I like Ambrose. It sounds like a car and a chainsaw floating at the same time.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think it's got a cool sound to it. Then Triple H's song is because it's Motorhead, and I like Motorhead. And Lemmy was a god.
He was. I'll give you that. I'm not really into rock and roll, but I know his importance. So my number 5 is currently blank. I'm going to fill that in with... I just can never find a 5. There's so many options. I just want to leave one out.
Shane McMahon, honorable mention.
Can I put Evolution?
Put Evolution.
I could?
Yeah, put Evolution.
Evolution, but I'll do one right now. I'll do Brock Lesnar. Number 4, Enzo and Big Cass. I just wanted to throw somebody I like. That's why I put Evolution. Enzo and Cass at number 4. Like you said, when that
First
jingle or whatever it is,
First note, yeah.
it just goes off and then the crowd pops.
Dun, dun.
And they're even though Enzo talks over it, that beat is pretty cool, you know?
Well, wait a minute. That'd be part of the song, though. That's just like R-Truth. Do you hear his song?
No, but Enzo doesn't. Enzo doesn't say his song. Enzo talks. That's not his song.
Yeah, but R-Truth. It's
R-Truth
it's
that he
blank
sing.
most of the time.
No, it's not. He actually sings that song.
No, I mean he sings over it.
Yeah, Enzo
but
doesn't do that.
It's not blank. Just like Enzo and Cass, that is just an instrumental. He talks over.
No, it's not. You're soft, you're sloppy. He doesn't say that. That's a song.
No, he talks over it. That's part of the entrance, though.
No, I know. I'm saying
song,
even
yeah.
without that, I like the song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, jeez.
I was like, I don't know what
I
you're
was trying to help you out, but okay.
No, I thought you were trying to defend the entrance. When I'm saying I like the song, just the song, plus add the entrance is over the top.
Fire.
I like it. Yeah,
It's
fire.
like Dylon.
It's
Hot fire.
yeah, Spit Talks Fire. Number 3, I have Seth Rollins. The beginning, at first, I remember I did not like that. Maybe I was just so used to the Shield, but now when he comes out, when he used to come out, because he's injured, it's really, I like it a lot.
And he looks like Mordecai.
When he came out in the all white, man, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
It was. My number 2, Bray Wyatt. I just love the bass line in the beginning. That's bass, right?
It's all about the bass.
Yeah.
No treble.
So that's great. And then I loved when they played it live at WrestleMania 30 as well. Then my number 1, probably the hottest song out right now. For the
Fandango.
For the newcomers, not these Triple H's and Undertakers and Doink the Clowns. Kevin Owens.
Doink the Clown is a good one. He's my.
It's a good one for a gimmick, yeah. But Kevin Owens, I just love. Talk about a pop. WrestleMania 32, man. When that guitar came out, that pop was awesome. I'm excited. But anyway,
I will mention New Day.
Would it be for the beginning? I mean,
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
I don't think he sounds like Angel Bible. But anyway, we are the PriMalLow Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Rich Lopez. Tom Lloyd to the right, who is going to plug our social media in about 2 minutes or 2 seconds. And my sidekick over here as well, Robert Price.
My sidekick.
Spit that social media, bro.
Holla if you hear me. Follow us on Twitter at The PriMalLow Show. Listen to us on SoundCloud, The PriMalLow Wrestling Show. Like us on Facebook, The PriMalLow Wrestling Show. Also join our group, The PriMalLow Wrestling Show group. Read what we write. Fire. The PriMalLow Wrestling Show. .blogspot.com. YouTube. Search The PriMalLow Wrestling Show for our weekly episodic episodes. And the big show is going to say something to conclude our show.
Go ahead, say it.
See you guys next week.
Oh, come on!